Hi everyone. So in this video, I'm going to hopefully be telling you in a very simple way all about the doTERRA loyalty reward program, otherwise known as the LRP, because it is something I get asked about quite a lot. Do I need it? What is it? What does it cost? What are the benefits? Those type of things. So like I say, hopefully by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what the LRP is, how it works, what the benefits are, and who it's actually going to be most valuable to. So, the LRP program, what is it? So, as I said, it is doTERRA's loyalty reward program. It's essentially their loyalty scheme for regular customers. Think of it as an equivalent to Boots or Nectar or Sainsbury's. Collecting those points is exactly what you do with the LRP program. And personally, I think it's one of the better loyalty reward programs on the market at the moment. If you can do the comparison across all of the ones that are available, you'll see that doTERRA is far above the others. I think one of the misconceptions about the LRP is that because it's a monthly order, people hear that and they think, oh gosh, I'm signing up to a subscription box, or I'm going to get some random products in my box that I'll never use, the ones that get chucked in the back of the cupboard and never used again, or I'm going to get stuck with the same thing on repeat over and over again. And with the doTERRA LRP, that cannot be further from the truth. You are in control. You choose everything that goes into your box that you get every single month. Different months, different products. It's so flexible. It's brilliant. So, like I say, you can edit it every month, whether you're getting oils, supplements, stuff for low tox home, cleaning products, whatever you need will be in your box. So as an example, my July box, which is here, and I've done a video on it already, that's got a real mix of products in there that first time sniffs, oils I've not used before, special promotions that were on it for July, but also there's quite a number of my favorite products in there that I've run out of. My hydrating cream especially, my skin was desperado for a bit of hydration. I had run out and I was able to add that onto my order to make sure I got it in July, which was brilliant for me. So how does the LRP work? So you go into your doTERRA account, you'll already be a member. You'll go into your doTERRA account and you'll see that there's an option to set up your LRP. You choose your chosen products. Choose your chosen? Very funny. Sorry. Choose your chosen products and all the products that you need that month. It could be 1, it could be 4, it could be 15. Usually a lot for me. And then you also then set your processing date. Now, I would have a think about your processing date and what works best for you. Obviously, it would be good to kind of fall in line with when you get paid. I'm not telling you how to spend your money, but mine is a few days after I get paid. And also, I would also recommend you to look at your processing date to be around the 4th or 5th of the month. That works well for me because, like I say, it gives me enough time after I've got paid, still money in the account, big tick. But also the 4th or 5th of the month means I get to see all of the new promos that come out from doTERRA, which come out like 8 o'clock every 1st of the month, and I'm on there like wildfire. Like, what can I get straight away? I have FOMO. I need to get in there straight away and see what those offers are. So it's no good for the processing date for me to be the 1st of the month. I like to give it a few days with my stuff that's already in my LRP order to then add any other additional products that are promos for that month into there as well. And then it will process if the last you can process at any time of the month, but again I would recommend between the 1st and the 15th of the month because that will give you access to the product of the month, which I'll talk about shortly. So once you've set your processing date and you go through and you pay, that is your processing date then for every following month. So if you have chosen the 4th of July, which I love, the 4th of July, it will be the 4th of August, 4th of September, 4th of October, and so on. You can absolutely change that date if you need to, but that just kind of puts that marker in the sand of when your order will get processed, and then it gets delivered a few days later. So up until that processing day, you can absolutely add products, you can remove products, you can change quantities. It is your order. You can do whatever the hell you like with it. For me, there's normally a lot more adding and a lot less taking off, which is why, you know, I'm absolutely obsessed with my oils. If I could show you my collection, I think you'd be shocked. But yeah, I am constantly adding oils on. And like I say, it gives me that flexibility that when I'm using oils, so I'm just looking at what I've got here, Zengest, which actually looks very low at the moment. I know I've seen that, or if I was to come to the end of my Zengest, I can then add that to my LRP for next month, reminding myself, oh, I need Zengest. There's nothing worse, right? Placing an order and like, I forgot that. Now with the LRP and how it works, you can absolutely add that before your processing date as a reminder that you need it, which is I absolutely love. Now, I wanted to touch again a little bit on PV. I've mentioned this in another video. So PV is personal volume, and it's essentially doTERRA's point system. Every product on the doTERRA website has a PV value, which is around the price of the product. It's really quite good. So, you know, have a look. There won't be much difference between the price of the product and the value of the PV value. And any LRP rewards are based on the PV rather than the pounds. I was going to say pound, shilling, and pence. How old am I? On the pounds, on how much it actually costs. So I mentioned 120. You know, if I mention 125 PV, that's not necessarily 125 pounds. No need to overcomplicate it. Other than that, the benefits of the LRP, and this is why I wanted to touch a little bit on kind of processing date and PVs and things like that. I think the first benefit for me is reward points. So any qualifying order, so any order that is an LRP order as opposed to a standoff kind of standalone member order, wholesale order, you start earning points back. So, and it's great because it kind of increases the value of the points, the percentage of the points that you get back increases the longer you are having LRP orders, the more loyal you are as a doTERRA customer. So let's kind of break this down. So in months 1 to 3, 1, 2, and 3 of your LRP orders, you are getting 10% back of your PV value. So if you're spending £100, if you're spending 100 PV, you are getting 10%. You're getting 10 PV back to save in your little PV piggy bank, which I love, which you can keep for 12 months on a rolling basis. So you're getting those 10 PVs back, you can save it and use that on a future order. So that's months 1, 2, and 3. Months 4, 5, and 6, you're getting 15% back of your PV spent in each month of months 4, 5, and 6. 7, 8, and 9, you're getting 20% back. So again, in month 7, if you're spending 100 PV, get my PV and my pounds right. If you're spending 100 PV, you're now getting 20 PV back for your PV piggy bank. So again, something that you can save and use towards products. In months 10, 11, and 12, it bumps up to 25%. And then after 12 months, so if you're in 13 months of LRP orders, your percentage of back on points that you're earning back in your PV piggy bank is now at 30%, and that will stay with you as long as you're making LRP orders. So it is, I think, you know, I'm now, thank goodness, I'm in over month 13, but I'm at 30% now, and I'm absolutely saving for Rose. Rose is the oil within doTERRA that everyone wants, and you know, I still haven't got my hands on it. I've been using my PV for lots of different things over the months, over the years, and now Rose needs to be mine. I need it. I have FOMO. So I'm trying to save up my PV for that. Rose, if I was to buy it outright, and it is a 5ml bottle, is over £300. I can't justify that, but I can justify my little LRP orders every month accruing different, you know, as they have done, bumping up every 3 months, to now getting 30% back on my PV orders. So I'm rolling over, and I'm so close I can almost taste it, or almost smell it, in fact. So I absolutely love that the LRP program is kind of like, especially when you're saving for something, it's kind of like past Emma is saving for a present for future Emma. And I'm all about presents for myself. To me, from me is a big thing. So I absolutely love that. Benefit kind of number 2, and I mentioned it earlier, was product of the month. So if you're if your order is processing between the 1st and the 15th of the month and you're spending 125 PV, you receive the product of the month. Now, each month is a different product, as you would expect, and that's why I'm on straight away, 1st of the month, wanting to know what that product of the month is. So it is, I am absolutely like a kid at Christmas, that 1st of the month. I'm like, what is it? What is it? What is it? So as an example, for July, my free oil was Hinoki, a gorgeous oil, and I can't wait to use it. But it was absolutely free because I'd spent 125 PV on my other products, on my hydrating face cream, on my cleaner concentrate, on patchouli, and a few other things off the top of my head. Now I can't remember them, but they come to over 125 PV. So I was able to get Hinoki for free, and I love that you get that little freebie. Presents, tick. Freebies, double tick. I'm here for it. And it's really great that if you're building your collection anyway, so if you're super close to spending 125 PV each month, I'd look at if the oil, the product of the month oil, or the product of the month product, because it's not always an oil. If it's something that you want, it might be worth looking, and this is my little kind of tip, my little tidbit, is to look at the products on the doTERRA website that have a small PV. So look for your lip balms, look for your shower gels, look for your soap bars. All of those have a really small PV that might bump you over the 125 PV to get your product of the month, which I think is an absolute winner. Another benefit is the convenience. So for me, as I say, I go in and change my order throughout the month multiple times, and it just helps me keep track of what I need. I've not got to start from scratch every month. I'm kind of building my basket, building my order throughout the month. So it helps me have regular restock, so I'm not missing any oil. I mean, goodness me, if I was to do about Serenity, I think I'd absolutely sob. So Serenity, I always need to make sure that is in my basket if I'm running low. If I'm running low on supplements like VMG Plus or cleaning products like my cleaner concentrate, as I was this month, I'm absolutely able to add those in. And for me, I don't have to remember everything. I don't need to have lists of oils that I need to buy. I just add them to my basket throughout the month, which is great as well, because that covers my stuff that I'm already using regularly. But also my LRP gives me the opportunity to go for new oils. So I would never have tried Hinoki. So having those new oils, and also I'm so plugged into other doTERRA communities that there's lots of different oils being mentioned, and I'm like, yes, I need that. So while I remember it, I add it to my LRP. I absolutely love that there's that flexibility around the program. It could be by the end of the month, or when it comes to my processing day, I'm like, oh, actually, I don't need that anymore. Managed to find a separate bottle of Serenity hidden away somewhere for emergencies, break glass in case of emergency. That's definitely with my Serenity, and I can take it off my order. But it's just, as building it up throughout the month gives me that kind of it's that convenience for me that I've not got to think about it. So I hope that's been useful in terms of benefits. Is the LRP compulsory? Absolutely not. You can just have your membership. You can absolutely just keep buying at wholesale prices as and when you need to. You'll still benefit from your 25% off. But your LRP does give you those extra rewards that we've talked about. So your points back as they accrue over the months, also access to the product of the month as well. So if the oils are definitely something, and I fell into this, right? Like I wasn't expecting to have boxes of oils, but I use them for everything. They are so embedded within my routines now. I love having my different oils, and I need to keep regularly buying them for me. I've seen the support that they've given me. So actually, whilst it is completely optional, I would prefer to get those extra bonuses if I'm going to be spending 100, 125 PV every month anyway. So it's a Brucey, I keep saying Brucey bonus. It is a Brucey bonus for me. So thinking about if it's the right choice for you, if you're going to be buying one bottle every now and again, probably not. LRP is not for you. You won't get the value from it. You won't get if you're not buying consistently every month, you're not going to get your points back in rewards. You're not going to be buying enough to get the product access to the product of the month. So you might as well just keep getting the benefits from your wholesale pricing as is and buy as and when you need to. But if you are using oils, genuinely using the oils as part of your lifestyle, you can benefit from all of these rewards. So do look into it. Do consider it if you are going to be that consistent buyer every month. You might as well be getting the bonus back if you're spending the money, right? That's how I see it. We don't get a lot for free these days. If we're going to be buying these oils anyway, we might as well be getting the goodness back, getting those points back and those access to those freebies when we can. So I hope that's been useful. I realise I've rushed through that somewhat. I get excited about the LRP. I love freebies and I love presents. But like I say, I hope that's been useful. If you want some more information, if there's something I've not covered or there's a question that's come to your head that I've not thought about, drop it in the comments below and I will come back to you as soon as I can. And check out my LRP unboxings every month. I've just done one for July. So check them out. I'm sure you'll be able to see all of my other unboxing videos just to get a flavour of the stuff that's free, discounted, and all of those kind of presents I'm buying for myself. So thank you very much for listening and take care, and I will catch you soon.